I've been playing Pavlov Shack for just about a year now, and over this last year, I've been having a lot of fun playing with the Pavlov community.
Oh no!
I survived!
Okay, we go.
Every time I go over to open up Pavlov, it feels like I'm playing the game all over again for the first time, which most games nowadays have a really hard time capturing. For any of you who don't know what Pavlov Shack is, it's basically just the Oculus Quest 2 version of Pavlov. Essentially, Shack is just a compressed version of Pavlov on PC. Pavlov Shack's game dynamics are exactly identical to the one on PC. Pretty much what Pavlov Shack lacks is just content. And graphics, let's not forget the graphics. It's been just about 4 months now since Pavlov Shack has had its last update, which featured the new map Foundations, some more S&D guns, and the new game mode Hide. While yes, this was an amazing update for Pavlov, it really lacked a lot of the things that Pavlov Shack really needed though. And don't get me wrong, I really like Foundation. It's still one of my favorite maps to this day. Now without a doubt, Pavlov is probably the best shooter on the market right now for VR. There's really only one thing that Pavlov Shack lacks from its competitors, and that's zoomed scopes, which I'll be talking about that later in the video. As of the last few months, Pavlov Shack has absolutely blown up in popularity, becoming probably the #1 most played VR shooter in all of Oculus, and it's in App Labs, which makes me so happy to see. It only felt like it was not that long ago where you'd have to play TTT because there was no one playing S&D. But there was the PavZ servers, I do remember that. At one point in time they had the PavZ servers while the S&D wasn't doing very good. Nowadays, there's consistently people playing S&D. And the TTT servers, don't even get me started, there are so many of them now. It surprises me how loyal the Pavlov community is, speaking that the game hasn't had a content update in over 4 months now, and people still consistently play it every day. But it appears that we're going to be getting some content updates soon, some actually very interesting ones. So one of the developers, David, leaked some information about the upcoming updates. The first one I'd like to go over, which is probably my personal favorite one, is zoomed scopes. Believe it or not, this was actually filmed in Pavlov Shack, and as you can see, he has a scope on his M4. The scope is currently running only on 30 frames per second, but still, that's pretty dope. The next one I'd like to go over is Gore, and I think this one is actually going to be updated in Pavlov PC too. This is a low graphical, so I'm going to go ahead and put some filters over it. But this is what the new Gore system is probably going to look like in Pavlov Shack and in PC. Another thing I thought I might add is that they're adding another map and a new gun sometime soon too, which is pretty cool. So what is the state of Pavlov Shack right now? Is it good? Is it bad? I would say, in my personal opinion, which is not everyone's opinion, is that the game is in a great state right now. And I'm really looking forward to these upcoming updates. I'm really looking forward to them. I'm super excited for the scopes. I think that the future of Pavlov is very bright, and I'm going to stay on this train for a while, that's for sure. Now, if you liked the video, please leave a comment. It won't only help me in the algorithm, but it will also help me on how I make my videos by telling me what's good and what's not good and what I should do and not do. Thank you. And if you like my content, feel free to subscribe. There's a lot of room left.